right, today is simply put on the topic, shut the up. Shut the F up. All I'm going to say. Shut the fuck up. Learn to listen, guys and girls. If you're new in the automotive industry, I promise you're missing out on a lot of things because you're not listening. All right, I get it. You're a younger generation of know-it-alls. I'm raising my own. My kids know that they don't know what they don't know. They're being taught that. They're being taught to learn, listen, and grow. They make their own mistakes and say wild shit too. I'm just telling you, in the professional business industry, those fields, you've got to learn and understand in order to grow and be successful. You keep coming off like a know-it-all and wanting to express things that you don't know as like you're some sort of a maven, which is a know-it-all, on topics you're like 30 days experienced in. You come across like a buffoon. People recognize this. There's no confidence being built in that. Okay, so please just shut up. Learn to shut your mouth and listen. You have two ears, one mouth. It was a theory I was taught 30 some years ago. Shut up and listen. Absorb the information being given to you and reuse that for your benefit later. Now I say this with all due respect. My bedside manner's a little harsh. One would say I have a bit of a rough edge about me. I do that because I want you to understand to the point without question, without any room for misunderstanding, that you need to understand what I'm teaching and telling you is important. It's what makes people successful. When you watch other successful people doing what I'm telling you to do, and you still don't do it, so now you've heard from me, watched from others, and still don't mimic that, and wonder why you're not successful, and complain about it, you become now a target to be transferred or terminated, because you're just rebelling to rebel, or you just don't know any better to just shh up and listen. So again, take it from a guy from 31 years of experience. The only way to succeed in business is understanding things you don't know, which is learning. And you have to hear what's going on around you and absorb that information to reuse that later to be successful. I promise you, I'm not guiding you down a rabbit hole for the fun of it. I'm telling you this is fact. If you wonder why you're only averaging 5 or 6 cars a month on a 90-day rolling average in a Toyota store, and arguably one of the largest markets in the United States, it's because you don't listen, or you refuse to listen, or you don't know how to listen. But one thing's for certain, you need to shut up, because you talk too much. You wouldn't go into a church and hear a Sunday sermon and jump up to the pulpit and start taking over for the preacher, would you? I mean, you may, because that's just who you are. But in theory, most people would not. They would not chime in and take over the sermon. They would shut their mouths and listen attentively to hear what's going on and absorb that information for hopefully better gain and use for later in this particular situation. It's the best example I've got. But, when you're part of that crowd where you know everything and want to express how much you have as far as knowledge, and let's use this example, you Sunday afternoon quarterbacks, never played a sport in your life. You've got as much athleticism as a 1-year-old, and you're going to sit there and yell at the TV about what the quarterback should do. Are you shitting me right now? Shut up. Watch the game, observe and learn and enjoy, but you don't know anything about that sport. Because you sit there and watch it on a screen, you don't know anything about that guy's situation on the field. Just like you don't know anything about the guy selling 50 cars a month because you refuse to listen to anybody. You refuse to learn. Your biggest refusal was to shut up. Don't overthink this process. This is easy stuff. Customers bleed information to you on how to sell them a car. If you actually learn to listen, you'll absorb that information. You'll be able to translate that to the sales desk or your management staff or your floor closer, whatever your store has. And they can best orchestrate and design a car deal for that customer. Or best help you in that situation if you're not able to close the deal on your own. But without information, there's no guidance, or it's piss poor guidance at best with bad information. It's also a poor display as you want to be a professional. It's a poor display of how professional you aren't or are. There's a lot of things to be learned by watching videos and listening to others and taking hints and, you know, observing situations, but you have to actually practice these things. You have to do the work. Success leaves clues, as I say. I don't say that. A lot of people say it. Matter of fact, I picked it up from a guy a couple of years ago. At first, it kind of sounded tacky, but it was just tacky from the guy that was saying it because he's as unsuccessful as anybody I've ever seen. Now, that all being said, success does leave clues. If you saw what took place in your first car deal, if you've sold a car, and you saw how it changed for the better, where somebody said, okay, I'll buy the car now, where that commitment came to do business now, however that got there. If you did a great feature benefit value 6-position demonstration, if you went on your test drive, which all salespeople should go on test drives. I don't understand that mindset, going with, or your customers going without you on a test drive. Just new stuff. So you've gone on a test drive, you've heard some things that you picked up on while them talking, and you pretending not even to be there. You observed information, you observed how they, you know, enjoyed the ride or picked up on different things that they hinted towards. These are all helpful things. But there's going to be that aha moment where you've actually saw how that deal came to be or how that deal became constructed. And if you've listened and learned and you mimic that again and it repeats itself, okay, well, again, success repeats itself. It leaves clues. You saw what worked. You reused that same information or same situation with whatever that new customer's needs were. But the actions and the activities and reinforcing value, asking the same questions, investigating why they're there, what's the need for the vehicle, getting good factual data, and that helps you close another deal and another deal. Well, I mean, I don't have to write it down, do I? Success leaves clues. So learn to listen, be quiet, observe. As I said, don't go to church and take over for the pastor and do the sermon. Listen to the sermon. Take from that what you can get and it's helpful for you, and grow. These are just best practices I'm putting out here. It's not a sermon of do what I say or else, or I'm a know-it-all, because I by no means am a know-it-all. But I do know a lot about this. And I do know how to do this very well. Very well. Or else I wouldn't be involved, because it's got to be easy for me to follow along. I don't want to do hard stuff. I'm not equipped to do hard things. I put in the work, I do the time. I'm not saying I don't work. And I'm not saying it's not hard work, because it's long hours and a lot of time on my feet, engaged with people that, you know, typically I wouldn't be engaged with. It's time away from my family. It's a commitment. It's discipline, but that's what success looks like. I don't know many successful people working 40 hours a week. I mean, maybe they're happy, and I get that. Happiness is success, or a form of success. I'm happy. I enjoy my family, I want to be around them more, but I'm happy. I'm willing to put in the work and do the work to get to where I need to be in my career. So, again, do this if you want to. Try these things to be helpful for your career and grow. And if this is going to be a career for you, then listen and observe and reuse the information being given to you. If your managers aren't teaching you what you think is helpful, look for videos online. If you don't find this one helpful, find another video somewhere else. But search for information to help build you, grow you, brand you. All right, but first things first, shut up and listen. Anyways, that's my topic for the morning. Follow along. I've got a Facebook group out there that was just started. It's called The Real Car Guy. I know there's a lot of groups out there. Everybody's got a group. Well, I got one now too. So I'm part of that everybody class. All are invited. If you're in the automotive industry specifically, we would like to hear from you and get you involved. If you're new to the business, we would love to have you and share some information to help grow you. We would love to hear feedback on how some of this information may have helped you or is helping you grow your career or in closing deals and educating yourself in the process. And if you're a mastermind at this and you're part of other groups and want to get some feedback, we take constructive criticism very well here. All members are available, or I'm sorry, all people are available for membership. Again, specifically for automotive industry people is what we're looking for. We want to grow and grow together. I will not stop you from, providing information regarding who you are and promoting yourself. If I find it to be tacky or just a bunch of horse shit and you're only there for yourself, which is a selfish thing to do, I'll bounce you out. But I welcome everybody. Where some of these sites are restricting people on how they do things and and marketing themselves and all that other stuff. I've got no agenda here other than grow the station or grow the channel and help people grow in the industry. I've got my own adventures out here outside of this, so I'll just stick to what I do best, which is teach people how to sell cars the right way, in my opinion, in the 2020 market. So if you join that group, all are welcome. Again, The Real Car Guy on Facebook. ChrisKTaylor.com is a training site we've been building and developing. Kristen Keir Taylor on YouTube for automotive influencer videos and blogs and vlogging with my man Dan Coy. There's other groups out there that we're getting involved in: Twitter, Facebook, Instagram pages. We really want to get involved with a lot of people on the lower level part of the business. We want to grow people into their career and help them build. So that's who we're looking for and trying to attract. If you're in the industry and fresh in the business, please join or at least check us out. If you're in the business like I am, 30 plus years, please join and help with your expertise and your words of wisdom. Peace and love to everybody. Have a great day. We'll be back later on. Again, today's topic: learn to listen, shut the fuck up. See you soon.